Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MLB Trade Deadline. It's Beer vs. Ivy time, and do you really think we weren't going to go live for the MLB Trade Deadline Spectacular? Come on now. I'm your co-host, Beer vs. Ivy, Simon Gasol, brought to you with the best co-host on the side of Mississippi, Mr. Jackson Gross, and our favorite guest, Mr. Brandon Conrad.
Oh, favorite guest? Oh, let's go.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Sorry for our other guests who have come on.
Sorry to the Northwest Scout for the Oakland A's and our boy.
Sorry, Jake.
Yep.
Sorry, Jake. Sorry, Jack. You can have a different one. That's my favorite guest is right there. So.
Yes. Let's go in my Twitter bio.
Damn straight. That's better. But anyways, happy MLB trade deadline. We've had a lot that's gone down already since Jackson and I came off the show yesterday. There's been a lot that's gone down today, but there's still a lot of big names on the board. But first things first. How are you, Jackson?
I love we're keeping the tradition. I'm doing pretty good. Just literally got out of work about a half an hour ago. So got out of my work clothes, put on these clothes, and grabbed some chips and a drink to kind of enjoy the show that is going to be this trade deadline. It was a nice, quick day. Nothing crazy going on. So I'm all happy here for it. So happy to be here with the boys for one of the biggest days in all of sports. I'll go ahead and switch it over to you. How are you doing, Si?
Honestly, we're not too bad, actually. Been a quick day so far. Just had a job interview, got hired. So that's cool.
Oh.
That's great. For when I go down to Old Texas. But right now I'm doing good, doing great. I got a little under 2 hours until I gotta be at work because I gotta go work my minor league job today. So that's cool. That's great, I guess. Surprise for y'all, but I got some hats next to me that as we're going through the trade deadline, as we're talking about a team, if I gotta have the team, go and put it on. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got seven or eight different hats that I'm gonna rotate throughout the show as moves go down, which moves are continuously going down as we speak. But I gotta know. Welcome back, Braden. How are you doing on this beautiful, rather hot trade deadline day?
I'm not bad. Very hot indeed. Did some yard work in the 60% humidity of lovely Illinois. So a little hot from that, but warmed me up for this lovely event that we call Deadline Day. Other than that, just keeping busy with work. Trying not to rage out on any Cubs trades today. There was a little Nico Horner rumor, and I thought that he got traded, but we're good. We're fine. We're right here. We don't need to get up here. So other than that, it's good to be back. It's good to talk baseball with the fellas.
Yes, sir.
Well, we are definitely glad to hear it. I'm going to step in here because we already have had 2 trades go down since the start of the last 5 minutes. Shout out to Mr. Producer, man, MJ Hurley. Happy anniversary, big dog.
Big dog.
We have the New York Mets. They are buying because they're now in a dogfight with the Atlanta Braves for that first wild card spot in the NL. They picked up Paul Blackburn from the Oakland A's. So they're getting another starter after Kodai Senga is basically going to be done for the regular season. So love that. And then the Mariners picked up a reliever from the Marlins, JT Chargois. He is a right-handed pitcher who's a switch hitter. Fun fact. He's pitched 15 games.
But I mean, hey, that's cool, I guess.
16 2/3, 12 strikeouts, a 1.3 whip, but a 1.62 ERA. So Mariners beefing up that back of the bullpen as the AL West continues to be a nonstop nuclear arms race. Okay, that's just confirmed about Paul Blackburn. Yeah, lots of moves already.
What's been like your guys' favorite move so far, at least of today? Let's just focus on today because obviously there's been trades going on since May with the Padres getting a release a right. At least in the last 24 hours. What's been your favorite trade?
I'll start us. And no, I'm not saying Eric Fetty. We're going to start with that. It's a good trade. We fleeced compared to what other moves have happened. But my favorite move has been the Cleveland Guardians getting Lane Thomas from the Washington Nationals. It's a very sneaky move. Lane has been consistent 250s, 260s, above average glove, and in an outfield that the Guardians needed another consistent bat because Will Brennan not really cutting it. Stephen Kwan, he's legit, he's him, but now Lane Thomas can slot in, probably in center field most likely, but if not, he'll play left field. And it's a more underrated trade because it's Lane Thomas. Lane Thomas is not a big name, but he's going to greatly boost just the overall consistency of that Guardians lineup. And the Guardians are one of the best teams in the American League, if not all of baseball. So it's good seeing them go out and snag in a legit quality caliber player for their 8th ranked prospect and a prospect in their like in 20s, and then an unranked guy who is probably going to play up on the big league roster right away in Jose Tena.
Bray.
Well, from a bias standpoint, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about it later, but Cubs sent out Mark Leiter Jr. for 2 prospects from the Yankees. I just wrote an article about it, and I'm totally blanking on names.
I think it's Jack Neely. I know it's Neely.
And then Ben Cowles. He is an infielder. Overall, and we can get more in depth to it later.
You shut up.
Yeah,
you don't know ball, so you need to stop.
No, in this rare instance, I'm gonna agree with MJ because who is Lane Thomas? Who even really is he? I didn't even hear about him until last year.
He's a former Cardinals prospect, who we traded for John Lester at the 2021 trade deadline. There you go. That's who he is. Yeah. Cardinals legend John Lester. Fuck you both.
Are you done over there?
I am done, actually. This is just where we're on today. There you go.
Anyway, we'll probably get into it more later, but I think this is such a pitcher-heavy market right now, it seems, with the Mark Leiter trade and the UC Kikuchi trade. These are 2 top 30 Yankees prospects. One of them, the pitcher Jake Neely, is a 6'8", 245-pound reliever who has already been labeled as MLB ready. So being able to trade away a high-quality reliever like Leiter and get 2 top-level prospects, one of them already being MLB ready, I think this is a trade that'll pay off well for the Cubs. I'm sure we're going to see some bigger deals, but I feel like today this is kind of one of the bigger deals that happened. So overall, that's probably my favorite deal so far today. Hopefully nothing else, cracks that spot, but we'll see. Jackson?
Yeah, I'm going to show my full-blown bias here, but it's not for the team who you think. This trade actually happened in the last 40 minutes. I love what the Kansas City Royals are doing. Lucas Ursig, getting reliever Lucas Ursig from the Oakland A's. Yesterday, getting Michael Lorenzen from the Texas Rangers. The Royals are just pilfering the AL West. You love to see it. Getting a much-needed 5th starter in that rotation. Big needed bullpen arm. And they just also got Paul DeJong, who will be a great backup shortstop for Bobby Witt. Mashes lefties. I love what the Royals are doing. He'll probably get some run at second.
He'll get some run at second base probably because Paulie's been doing kind of nasty.
Yeah, I haven't seen the return that the White Sox have gotten for Paul DeJong, but somehow, some way, I feel like it's going to be better than what they got for Eric Fetty and Michael Kopech. I have a sneaking
And Tommy
suspicion.
Pham.
Oh, I forgot Tommy Pham.
Yeah.
So
White
that's
Sox
just
are
my
stupid,
feeling.
but that's okay.
Literally, they're going to be the worst team in modern baseball history.
They are. In 2024. It's crazy. But anyways, we're gonna start from yesterday, from where we left off, and we're just gonna go over all the trades that have happened since we went off the air yesterday, because there's like 10 or 12 moves that have been made. And then as stuff breaks, of course, we'll give our input, we'll give our reactions. But first move that we have on the dockets is a new first baseman in the Pacific Northwest. Mariners have acquired first baseman Justin Turner from the Blue Jays for RJ Schreck, who is a minor leaguer, 29th ranked prospect in the Mariners system. You get rid of Ty France, you bring in Justin Turner. Justin Turner's probably in his last year of baseball, in his age 39 season, but he hasn't been doing bad for Toronto. I mean, Mariners want to compete this year. They want to try to win it all this year, so it's not a bad move.
No, and
I think Justin Turner. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think this is just all part of. I love what the Mariners have done in reshaping their offense. Obviously, big upgrade getting Randy Arozarena in there. But yeah, overall, I love that. And then you get a little buy low move with getting Justin Turner to play first base, DH every once in a while. I think that's going to be, and he's a proven postseason performer. All three of us know well what Justin Turner can do in the playoffs. So for a team like Seattle that is, once again, as we keep saying, duking it out with the Astros for the AL West, because that's going to be their best shot to make the playoffs, is through winning the division. They'd have to jump a bunch of teams, including the Twins, Red Sox, and Guardians, or not Guardians, Twins, Red Sox, and Royals, to even get a shot at the playoffs. So I like it. I like what the Mariners are doing. They are upgrading their roster at what seemingly now is a very low cost.
Yeah, Turner, he's just a quality bat. Like, looking at his stats, like hitting above 270 the past 3 seasons. He's a lifetime 286 average hitter, and he's 39 years old. I mean, this is a cheap upgrade, a good upgrade. Like you said, he can play DH, play first base. This is a good move for the Mariners and can help amplify them to the Pacific Northwest or the AL West crown.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a very interesting race when it comes down to it between Seattle and Houston. So that's I'm excited. I'm excited. But next move, we already alluded to it a little bit, but Cleveland added another bat. Guardians have acquired outfielder Lane Thomas, Washington Nationals, in exchange for three prospects. The headliner being Alex Penny, who's a left-handed pitching prospect, who is the 8th-ranked guy in the Guardian system. We can move to this one quick. I like the move. Like, it's a bat, not the biggest name, but it's something that this team desperately needed.
Do you know where the 3 prospects rank in the?
First one was their 8th-ranked. Second one, I believe, was their 23rd. Then the last one was unranked.
Golly.
Yeah.
All right, and we did just get an update. The Mets are sending Cade Morris to Oakland. So,
okay.
In the Paul Blackburn trade. Let's see. Yeah. My thoughts on it, I think, like you guys basically said, another quality bat for a team that needs a little bit more consistency in that outfield. Lane Thomas has had his breakout since joining the Nationals, and now he gets to do it on an actual playoff team this time around. And I got to say, I think I said this yesterday when they traded away Jesse Winker. The Nationals have done a fantastic job these last 2 trade deadlines of shipping off valuable veterans who are rentals and getting some really, really good prospects. The best of the bunch, unfortunately for Braden and I, is probably looking like DJ Hers in the Jamer Candelario trade last year. So the Nationals in that front office, I forget the GM's name. It's slipping my mind right now, but they are doing a fantastic job.
Is that Mike Rizzo? I think it's.
Yes, I knew his
I
last
think
name
it
was
was
Rizzo.
pretty
The only reason I know is because of Rizzo. But
Go figure.
But yeah, so it's been good to see what Mike Rizzo's been able to rebuild this team after trading away Juan Soto, Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, breaking up that entire World Series team to now they have a bright future coming down the pike. And if they can add some star players in the offseason, the NL East is going to be a 4-team race very, very soon.
mm-hmm.
Not spot on. You hate to see it, but also it's good. It's good for the sports. It's good for the sports. Next move. This is one that a lot of people probably expected, but Ahmed Rosario goes back to LA. The former Rays infielder. Meant to make that ticker, but oh well. Former Rays infielder returns to LA in exchange for right-hand pitcher Michael Flynn, who unranked guy has a 6.27 career ERA in like 180 something minor league innings. AAA arm. It's the Rays. The Rays are going to do something stupid with him and make him a nasty reliever. But the freaking Dodgers, man, what do you expect with them? Honestly, they can go out there and just do whatever they want. They're like, oh, Mookie hurt. Oh well.
And another Rojas? Quality bat too, yeah, that they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Above 300 hitter, yeah.
It's not like this last year. Goes to Tampa Bay, turns it around. Can play the corner outfield spots too. People think Ahmed Rosario is like 30-something. He's like 28. Still young.
Really?
In his prime. Yeah, he's been around forever. And just it's a good move.
Yeah. The Dodgers continue to load up on middle infielders. I'm surprised they didn't end up getting Paul DeYoung, but hey, when you get Tommy Edman and Ahmed Rosario to back up Mookie Betts and to help kind of fill that void at shortstop, they're going to be fine. You don't need Paul DeYoung at that point.
You don't. Because they'll end up jeez. The package came out for Lucas Erceg, and it's kind of more than I thought it would be. Right-handed pitcher Mason Barnett, right-handed pitcher Will Klein, who's got major league experience, and outfielder Jared Dickey in exchange for Erceg, who's under club control for 5 more years to 2029.
Jeez.
Yep, that's
yeah.
I literally don't know anything about those prospects, but that still sounds like
Will Klein was a top 30 guy for a while and got some MLB time. And I'm gonna double check on Mason Barnett because that name sounds familiar.
Little bit of lineup news. It is official. Isaac Paredes will bat 5th and play 3rd base tonight for the Cubs in Cincinnati. The top 4
I think Council screwed up with that lineup.
Suzuki, Bellinger is the top 4.
I mean, how are you moving Nico Horner out of the leadoff position? I get it. Ian Happ has a high on base percentage, but leading off, you need a base stealer leading off, and Ian Happ is not a base stealer.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's a simple thing. Ian Happ crushes the Reds every time, so get him as many at bats as possible.
I do that Mason Bart. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt y'all both just a second. That Mason Barnett name that's going back to Oakland, 4th-ranked prospect in the Royals system.
Wait, what? Say that again? I had a stroke.
Mason Barnett is the headliner going back to Oakland.
We're
and he's
back, boys.
fourth-ranked prospect ETA of 2025.
Say that one more time.
Mason Barnett, the fourth-ranked prospect in the Kansas City Royals system, is the headliner going back to Oakland in exchange for Lucas Erceg.
So what I hear is trade candidate 2027.
Yes.
Trade,
Correct. Correct.
and he's out.
And he's gone. And then Will Klein has had some run in the majors this year. He's their 18th ranked prospect, and then I don't think the other guy is that good, but yeah. Oh well. I mean, hey, for 5 years of control for Erceg, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the other guy looks like he's unranked. But anyways, you guys go back to Cub stock. I just had to interrupt y'all real quick.
No, we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's keep. We got a bunch of trades to get to. Let's keep it rolling.
All right, this one will be a quicker one. The Pirates snagging a reliever. Left-handed pitcher Jalen Biggs is moving from Colorado to the Pirates in exchange for minor league left-hander Luis Peralta, who is the brother of current Brewers star Freddie Peralta.
Who expected the Pirates to buy? I can't believe we're living in this economy that the Pirates are buying. I thought like we all thought like, hey, the Pirates are going to be last place one more year and then they'd start going. But the legend of Paul Skeens is just
Paul Skeens and Jared Jones. Paul Skeens and Jared Jones is all you need, I guess, to do good. And if I'm fully expecting them to go out and get Brian De La Cruz, like I just my loins are telling me that the Pirates are not done. Yes.
Hey, yo.
Yes. They're gonna go out and get either Brian De La Cruz or they're heavy linked to Taylor Ward, but Taylor Ward's asking price right now is through the roof. So I'm expecting them to make a move in the next hour and a half or so. But it's a minor move. Jalen Biggs has been actually not terrible this year, all things considered. But I mean, hey, they were running Josh Fleming for the longest time as like their go-to lefty, like inning eater, and that's what I'm fully expecting Jalen Biggs to go do. So it's something. It's a move, but
my favorite thing to do to look at like at Rockies pitchers is their home and away splits just because of Coors Field. Beeks is actually a better pitcher at Coors Field, 3.81 ERA, and he has a 6 ERA on the road. So,
yeah,
just for a little more context for you guys.
I love the context, but it's a move. It's a move that was made. That's how I view it, at least. Jackson, any input?
I mean, it's a nice move for the Pirates. They get a decent rental piece for this year, and a decent reliever at that. So credit to them. Although I just have to share this with everyone here because I just feel like it's too good not to. Just the Chernobyl disaster happened 38 years ago today. Has there been a worse event since?
So good.
Shout out Chicago White Sox for being actually fucking stupid. Anyways,
Somehow
on the topic of
in the Oakland days.
On the topic of teams that are stupid, an Astros fleece job.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what this team's doing, but left-handed pitcher Yusei Kikuchi goes from Toronto all the way to Houston. Right-handed pitcher Jake Blas, first baseman / outfielder Joey Loperfido, and infielder Will Wagner, the son of former Houston great Billy Wagner. Hold on, we gotta.
And he's back.
Gotta put on my Houston guy. What the? For 2.5 months, you gave up all that of Yusei Kikuchi. Yusei Kikuchi, a pitcher who has a 4.76 ERA right now. Okay, yeah. Jake Foss was the Astros' third-ranked prospect. Loperfido, I believe, was the 7th ranked, can play first base, play outfield, has had major league time this year. and then Will Wagner was a prospect in the teens. Like this was a police job. Like Toronto is doing something right because what in the world?
Yeah, they got to be looking for like an inning eater. He started all 22 games this year that he's appeared in, and I mean, they got to see something in him that us as audience members aren't seeing. But I was telling Cy before the show, it's like this is such a crazy starting pitching market right now with this trade, the lighter trade. It's like, man, the Cubs really needed to trade Jameson Taillon.
Hold on. We have a breaking move via Ken Rosenthal and Dan Hayes. The Twins are finally in on the action. They acquire right-handed reliever Trevor Richards from the Toronto Blue Jays.
I like it.
So the great Blue Jays sell-off continues with Bo Bichette and Vlad Jr. still on the team.
If I think Bo might get moved. I just don't know who Bo's going to get moved to.
I don't know, but who though? Who's going to step up for Bo Bichette?
I can see Pittsburgh messing around and be like, "Hey,
play second.
Give me Bo. Play second. Exactly."
Nick York, you can play.
Yeah, Nick York.
You can play in AAA.
Forgot about Nick York. I forgot that move already happened. That's how many moves have happened. I'm already forgetting about moves. But I mean, Trevor Richards. I mean, the Twins need arms. They're trying to at least sort of compete because they're under financial restraints. So that's, I mean, cool, I guess. But back to the stupid Houston Astros, because I'm not done talking about them. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Already, Jake Loss becomes the Blue Jays' third-ranked prospect.
Mm-hmm. It's you would think like you would this is how I'm viewing it. You would think they could have gotten Jack Flaherty for that package, but instead they got Yusei Kikuchi for that package. It's like, okay, what's Crochet gonna get? What's all these other prospects gonna? What's all these other pitchers gonna get? It's just it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Oh
my God!
The Padres have acquired Tanner Scott.
Oh my God! They don't. Oh my God!
They don't. Why?
Oh my
Why
God! Oh my God!
The Padres are bitches.
What in the?
I'm sorry.
I hate this world that we live in. Oh, why? Okay, I'm living on John Heyman's Twitter
as soon as
now.
Braden has to pop
Can I
out.
ask a question?
Yes.
Are the Padres like those bougie bitches in high school who got daddy's money and just buy shit because they can buy shit?
Yes.
No, they're like the guy who's never had money before, who gets money and then blows it on everything every year.
I feel like they just bought a Ferrari and they don't need a Ferrari.
Exactly. They could have gotten a Toyota Camry and they got a Ferrari.
Now the question is who's the return package? Still pending medical review, but that's hold on. We're now we get to go deep dive. Yep, that's
goddamn.
Yeah. There's goddamn
probably the second or third biggest name on the board. Off the board.
The biggest reliever on the move.
Yep. The dream is dead, Braden.
The dream
yeah, well, I think it was dead after they traded Leiter today, but
why?
Well, time to go look at the Padres top 30 prospects and see who they're giving up, because the Marlins want a king's ransom.
Let's see, Padres.
Oh my God! Is there a world where Ethan Salas? Is there a world where
it could be Salas, Snelling, Leotis DeVries, Adam Azur, and Graham Pauley are their top 5 prospects.
Yeah, put that on the Marlins cap now. Shout out Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, baby. Anyways,
and the A's make their trade official with the Royals.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see who's going to go in return. But yeah, we'll update. We'll get back to this when we get. We'll get back to this. All right, next move. Got some interdivision moves in the NL Central. Frankie Montas goes from Cincinnati to Milwaukee for right-handed pitcher Jacob Junis and outfielder Joey Weimer. Honestly, bigger package than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this move, but I mean, Milwaukee's in need of just depth. That's what Montes is going to be. His ERA is near 5. Jacob Junis didn't really have a spot on the team. Same with Joey Weimer. So it's an interdivision trade. You don't expect those, especially in NL Central where every team hates each other with a burning patch.
Right. Definitely don't think this is the only Cincinnati Red reliever. They got a good bullpen this year. I don't think this is the only reliever from the Reds that is going to end up departing from Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think this is, again, just as good depth for a rotation that has a lot of injuries up to this point in the year. I think definitely needed for Milwaukee. And then, hey, the Reds get a depth reliever and a depth outfielder for basically nothing because I don't think Montas was doing that good this year, if I'm remembering correctly.
That'd be correct.
So
5.1 ERA, yeah.
Yeah, 5.01 ERA and not even 100 innings of work. Good Lord.
Sign that, man.
The fall off of Frankie Montas has to be studied.
For real.
Mans was a sub-4 ERA in his last 2 years in Oakland, and then ever since he got traded to the Yankees, his career is in a spiral.
That's what the Yankees do to you.
That is
nasty big
accurate.
Apple.
Yeah.
Nasty big apple.
Nasty big apple indeed. Crazy what the big apple does to you. But I mean, hey, Brewers. Hey now. Who did that? That was me. Anyways. Next trade. Because I mean we just gotta catch ourselves back up at this point. Atlanta Braves bring back the OGs. Torrey Soler and right-handed pitcher Luke Jackson return home to Atlanta from San Francisco. Giants are getting left-handed pitcher Tyler Matzik and infielder Sabin Ceballos, who is the 17th ranked prospect in the Braves organization. Matzik is currently on the 60-day IL as we speak. Just will lightning strike twice? The world may never know. But
I mean, they got the big three from that 2021 outfield back together. They got Rosario, Duvall, and Soler back together. So maybe all they need is Ronald Acuna to not play baseball for them to win a World Series. That'd be the greatest irony I would have ever seen.
If they win a World Series this year, that is going to be the motto. But all I can really say is if Jorge Soler's on that 3-year deal, he has to stay in Atlanta.
Whoa, hold on. No, never mind. Sorry. Jeff Passan's just glazing the Padres. Never mind.
Yeah, every time I get a whoa, it's just refresh on Twitter.
I know. It's like hey now, you will be careful. But no, this move is it's a win for Atlanta. Ceballos could be something in a couple of years. Matzik is on the 60-day IL. He may get DFA'd, which means if he gets DFA'd, he's going back to Atlanta. So,
okay, we officially have the compensation for Tanner Scott. It is Snelling and Mazur headline the deal for San Diego Scott. So they're going to send their number 2
San
and
Diego,
number
what are
4
we-
prospects so far for Tanner Scott. That is according to
The
Snelling's
John.
another lefty, yeah.
The Padres don't have starting pitching depth. Mazur is in there. Mazur's an Iowa guy. That's the only reason why I even know anything about him. He's in the rotation right now because they don't have depth. Snelling is going to be a legit ace in the future. For Tanner Scott, a piece they don't need. What are
They're
we
giving? They're going to
doing?
be giving up at least 2 2025 starters for a half a season of Tanner Scott.
Yeah.
To do
They're not even
what?
gonna, they're not even going to win the NLS. Nonetheless, they may sneak in a wild card spot. What are we doing? You have no farm system. Zero. Like
I still think, like,
you got Ethan Salas. You got this.
2 other prospects, as well as Robbie and Adam Mazur. There's 2
Snelling's
more
a top
players
100
going
guy.
to
Snelling's a
the
top 100
Marlins.
guy. Snelling's
This
top-
is just
How are the
another-
Marlins going to get more for Tanner Scott than they did for Jazz?
Because this is another prime
Seller's
example
Seller's
of
market.
how hot pitchers go. They're going like hotcakes right now. I mean, just
hotcakes sound good.
I bet they do, Si. I bet they do.
They sound great. I could use some pancakes in my life right now.
Oh, I had pancakes this morning. So
You know what? And you know what else? You know what else? Hold on. What are we looking for? You know what else I can use? There we go. I could use some good home insurance because, Tanner Scott is moving across the country. He's going to need some new home insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you contact our guy, Jeff Ortepney, at 404-464-4544 or at jeff@mybebig.com, let him know that Third Down Thursdays and Beer versus Ivy sent you, and that Mr. Braden Conrad is a better Braden and Jeff are a better GM combo than Sellers right now.
that's
Would
what-
also like to note that Brian Hoeing, another reliever, is also in the package going to San Diego.
Brian Hoeing, where he at?
So
Is he a MLB guy right now or
MLB guy right now.
from the Padres? Okay.
No, he's with the Marlins right now. He's going to San Diego.
Oh, so the Padres are getting
Relievers.
2 relievers for 2 of their top 5 prospects plus 2 more.
Yep.
How
I don't.
how he's not been fired yet is beyond me.
I got 0 words right now. What is San Diego doing? Oh,
But talking about the San
Oh.
Diego bullpen right now,
well,
go
Sorry.
ahead.
Full package. Robbie Snelling, Adam Mazur, Graham Pauley, and Jay Beschers are the other 2 prospects going to Miami. So they're giving up 2, 4, and 5 plus, let's see, where's Jay stack up? 2, 4, 5, and 24 for 2 relievers.
Good nuts.
2, 4, 5, and 24
I'm speechless.
for Jay Beschers. He's an infielder, 6'4", 215. He's in high A ball with the Padres. Let's see, how is he doing this
Are
year?
you telling me Mike Shilp's going to lead this team to a World Series run? Because if you're trying to tell me that, I don't believe you.
He's hitting 235 with 50 hits in high A, 17 doubles. He is not a power guy. So it looks like he's a doubles. Not complete comparing him, but he sounds like a Nolan Shanuel.
Not a bad take. No, Shane will have his having success.
Talking about like the Padres bullpen right now, though, Robert Suarez, Jason Adam, Cubs legend Jeremiah Estrada, Adrian Morejon, and now Tanner Scott. Oh my gosh. As Jeff Passan says, it's a hellacious bullpen.
It is a hellacious bullpen. You know what isn't a hellacious bullpen?
Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. It's a bait. Never mind.
Then you guys can talk about the Cubs now. Mark Fly Jr. goes to the Bronx.
Jackson, go ahead. I already wrote an article on this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Read it.
The more I see, the more I like about Jack Neely and what I'm seeing about what he could potentially be. I feel like the Cubs have good success trading with the Yankees the last couple of years. They got Hayden Wesneski in the Scott Efros trade. They got, I believe they got, they got Caleb Killian and Alcantara from the Chris Bryant trade. Who did they get for the Rizzo trade from the Yankees? Why am I blanking? One of them, I know.
Wait.
What?
This Hayden Wesneski?
Oh my god! Get the
one?
out of here!
This one? Yeah. Continue.
Oh my god!
That's all.
But yeah, so good success trading with the Yankees. I like Jack Neely so far. Obviously yet to be determined. Their most recent trade acquisition in Nate Pearson had the worst debut I've ever seen. He gives up a tank and then plunks Tyler Stevenson and then gets ejected. Finally, Craig Counsell gets ejected for arguing.
Yeah,
that's what broke this camel's back. Is not any of the other guys who were already on the team for what, 3 months, 4 months. It's the new guy who just got here,
that was a cheap ejection too. It's like you're giving up a bomb when it was 6-0 at that point, and then plunking the guy afterwards. Like, okay, let's chill out a little bit here. But finally, Counsell went out there and had some fire in his stomach because Cubs need it right now, and the Cubs need it bad.
Yep, we shall what they do moving forward. But all in all, I like this trade.
Yeah, and a little bit into Ben Cowell. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Cowles. He plays all over the infield. Mainly has played shortstop this year in the Yankees organization. Has also played a little bit of third, a little bit of second base. The only question that I'm starting to have and I'm starting to develop is they traded for Paredes yesterday or Sunday, right? Monday. Sunday. Anyway. One of those days. And if you look, and he's under contract till 2027, and then they acquire Cowles today.
I am Jay.
I did not mean to. I was trying to type and say I'm leaving, but I guess I'll say it on here. Bye, guys. I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.
Apparently, there's some key when you hit it, you enter the stream.
Oh, now you know.
Who knew?
The more you know, I guess.
But bye, guys.
Bye. Low key, Cy. Thought you were putting on a Cubs hat there. One day we will get you in a Cubs hat. Anyway,
one day that probably will happen, but that day, not today.
But the Cubs have a lot of depth in the middle infield, including Matt Shaw, James Triantos, Nico Horner's on the big league team for a little while, and Dansby Swanson has every year but one more year left on his contract. Is it just me, or are we going to have a prospect fire sale here very soon? Or do the Cubs end up parting ways with maybe Horner, maybe Swanson?
You can't give up Dansby because he's got 5 years left on that contract after this season. And
I think he has a no trade clause.
He hasn't been playing well. That on top of it. But I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I think Corner probably sticks around. I think he needs to get it in gear though. For a guy who is expected to be a leadoff guy with some good contact and speed, he has not been that. So I think this is probably just a good problem to have. And if they really believe in Matt Shaw for 2025, then there's a world where I could see them. I don't know what you do, because obviously you like Nico in his age, but he's getting up there. I don't think Shaw can really play outfield if you're trying to get him in right field, maybe. Put Say as your DH. But
then you have Belly if he ends up sticking around for the next couple of years. I mean, there's your right fielder, and Suzuki goes to DH.
So it's a lot of moving parts. I don't know 100%. Quick update on some more rumors. The Red Sox are among teams interested in Luis Rengifo, but there is a gap in talks between the two teams.
Fascinating. Talking about the Red Sox, they didn't make one. They made one move today, as Lucas Sims, former Red, goes from the Reds to the Red Sox. It's a move. It's a move that happens. I mean,
it is one of the moves of all time.
Sims once upon a time was pretty good, but I mean, Red Sox have their pens taxed. Sims at least gives them a fresher arm.
A 3.57 ERA, 43 games out of the bullpen.
Not bad. It's not bad at all. It'll play, as they like to say.
Yeah. Not much else. But speaking of one AL East team, just an update for the Andrew Chafin trade. The Rangers are sending Chase Lee and Joseph Montalvo to the Tigers. Montalvo is the number 27 prospect in the Rangers system. Yeah, talking about a team that potentially massively overpaid for starting pitcher. That's the Baltimore Orioles getting Tyler Rogers from the Miami Marlins. They give up Connor Norby and Kyle Stowers in the deal. Yes, Rogers, I believe, has a couple years of control, but this seems like a massive overpay to me.
All right. What does Baltimore Orioles need? Pitching depth. What is Tyler Rogers going to give them? Pitching depth. Could the O's fix him? Possibly. Do the O's have some control over him? Yes. Is giving up Kyle Stowers fine? Yes. Kyle Stowers he's a 4A player. Sometimes he'll come up, be the fourth outfielder, fifth outfielder. More times than not, and AAA Norfolk, low-key killing the ball. At least with him going to Miami, gives him everyday playing time. His value, according to baseball trade value, is 0.1. So that's okay. Connor Norby. He was out of all these like upper echelons of Orioles prospects. Norby was the one that was 9 times out of 10. He was the one that was bound to get traded. Kobe Mayo, they're going to give up Kobe. If they're giving up Kobe Mayo, it's going to be for something big. They're giving up Barcelos for something big. In 42 plate appearances so far, Norby's hitting below 200. He's only playing second base, third base when needed there. So giving him up could be a massive mistake, but it honestly was a move that was, dare I say, bound to happen. Trade. If we look at like value wise, his value was 10 mil. Stowers was 0.1, and Tyler Rogers, even with his not great numbers, had a value of 17 mil because he was once upon a time in the past. Yes, it's been rough recently, but there's signs that the O's have seen that they're like, okay, we could fix it. So it's a move. It could backfire, but right now it's good for both sides. And Miami's pure tear down, pure selling. They're getting whatever they can. So shout out Marlins, and hopefully this doesn't backfire for the O's.
Right. And I mean, the Orioles have so much prospects to just get rid of. I would assume that this isn't the only move that we're going to see from them today or within the next hour we have left.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'm waiting for that Jackson Holiday, Jameson Taillon trade straight up, but whatever.
Ooh. Rumor news.
Uh-huh.
Giants and Cardinals are talking. Might be Dylan Carlson related, might not be Dylan Carlson related, but they're talking, which is notable. So, also Rangers still looking to acquire another hitter before the deadline, so keep them in mind for the bats that are still on the market. Which, looking right now at the best players still available, we have Garrett Crochet, Brent Rooker, Jack Flaherty, Tyler Anderson, Taylor Ward, Yandy Diaz, Kyle Finnegan, and Blake Snell are all the big names that are still available with just about a little over an hour until trade deadline.
Looking at all these big returns that these starting pitching is getting and relief pitching is getting, the package that is going to have to take for Flaherty to go it's going to be crazy.
You're giving up your firstborn kid for Flaherty.
Oh my gosh. And Crochet as well, if Crochet ends up getting dealt, because it really sounds like
if you see the haul that Tanner Scott just got, just imagine what Crochet is about to get.
Right. But Crochet says he wants that contract extension.
Yep, which there's no promises that he's going to get the contract extension, which could keep him there. Robert's not going to get moved unless something drastic happens.
He was just in the White Sox starting lineup tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always get scratched and trade in the middle of the game, but
this is true.
This is
usually when the team already.
All right. A few more moves to talk about that are moves we haven't talked about yet until we're only in the reacting to live moves. We got to change the hat. Josh Bell. Josh Bell, baby. Well, welcome to Arizona.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
It's just like National Signing Day of college.
This is my signing day. There's still 2 hats I haven't had to put on yet, which is the funny thing. So yeah, I like this move. That he got placed on waivers. He was another one of them that was bound to leave. Christian Walker just went down last night with a possible injury. Even with Josh Bell coming in, yes, he'll play. Him and Walker can platoon at first base, but Josh Bell can DH, and he will DH. Him and Jock Peterson as a DH platoon, that's nasty. That's nasty. And worst case scenario, if Josh Bell does bad, he can see a fade. Oh well, that sucks. But it's a nice little move, in my opinion. Just look away from the hat.
I like this deal too, especially with last night's injury. And then Bell, Bell's he's a power hitter. He's got 14 bombs this year, I believe. So no, this is good for the Diamondbacks, good for their organization so far. I'm not exactly sure who they got to return. Can't be too much, I would imagine.
Yeah, considering Miami DFA'd him before officially trading him. I think it's not Padres. The Diamondbacks have to do anything they can to bolster themselves. Right now, they're a half game back of the Mets and the Padres for the second and third wild card spots. Got a 1.5 lead on the Cardinals and Pirates. So they have a little bit of distance, but they're going to need to go on a little bit of a run here. They are 7-3 in their last 10, but they got to keep picking it up in order to do another miracle run and destroy the Brewers in the wild card round again. So we'll see what the Diamondbacks can do. I like this. It's good depth at the end of the day. And They need to do anything they can to really get themselves in the thick of this actually in a wild card spot.
Yeah, and a lot of that's going to come with getting Corbin Carroll going because what a sophomore slump he's having. He's doing better in his last few.
He did hit a pinch hit home run last night to win the game.
See that. I did see that.
Which was cool. He needed that, but yeah, it's
speaking of the Diamondbacks, the opponents in the World Series they had, the Rangers are looking to acquire a hitter before the deadline per Ken Rosenthal.
Which will probably happen.
I wanted to update that.
Don't know who they're going to pick up, but they're going to pick up somebody, that's for sure. Next little move, Guardians picked up Alex Cobb, who is yet to pitch this year. When he comes back, this will be a nice depth, and again, nice depth arm. With Tristan McKenzie not doing great, and with the success the Guardians have had, a veteran in that system, it's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If this was 2016, this would be a lot cooler. But
it's 2024. Alex Cobb's getting passed around. Yippee.
Getting passed around like a Cobb salad.
Oh, but
good one. Shout out Chick-fil-A.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
All right. Next move. This one actually has this one we can you guys can talk about a little bit because I gotta go to the bathroom. But Royals snag right-handed pitcher Lucas Erceg and shortstop Paul DeJong. Jackson, this one's all yours. Take it away. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yes. Love this move. I wrote it in our group chat. I think the Royals adding it. I talked about this off the top. The Royals adding a reliever to this back end is going to be huge. Especially, I think it's James MacArthur has been up and down this year. So getting another guy who can have some high leverage innings and Erceg is huge. Honestly, I think they might have been in play for a Mark Leiter Jr. I think that's someone else they would have loved to get, but hey, take a guy who has 5 years of control. Hello, yes.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, with Paul DeJong, good depth for the mid infield, could get some second base opportunities, switching out with Michael Massey. I don't think he can really play outfield. Otherwise, say get some Adam Frazier time in right field, or not.
Oh, he's not going to take Bobby Witt's. Not going to take Bobby Witt's spot in the lineup.
No, I think Bobby Witt is safe. I think he's safe in at shortstop there for the next 7 million years of existence. So I don't think they have much to worry about on that end of things. So again, love what the Royals are doing. Really, really pushing and going for it. Right now, they sit 1 game ahead of the Red Sox, 1 game behind the Twins in the wild card race. They hold the 3rd and final wild card spot.
Yeah, and it also kind of going from the A's point of view, like with Mason Miller going down, obviously the trade haul that they would have gotten out of Mason Miller, whether they were to trade him to the Royals or anywhere else, would have been huge. And them still being able to get a good package from Erceg, who has been really, really good in the bullpen, a 3.3 or 3.6 ERA. This was a good trade for Kansas City. Stocking up on back end relievers is so huge in the postseason. So W on both sides, I would say.
2 quick updates before we go to the last trade. The Dodgers were another team in at the end for Tanner Scott. That may have triggered the Padres to do more, according to John Heyman. And from John Morosi, Roman Anthony, a top Red Sox prospect, has been scratched from today's lineup at AA Portland.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Red Sox doing? What are they doing?
It's got to be Flaherty, right?
Luis Rengifo calling it now. Or Taylor Ward. I think it's Angels. But
don't they need pitching, though, too?
No, they could use another starter.
They picked up.
Watch them go for Tarek Skubal.
They got Quinn Priester.
Oh my
yesterday.
gosh.
I swear on everything. Yep, there he is. They picked up Quinn Priester yesterday for Nick York. So they could use.
Roman Anthony is number 2 in the Red Sox.
Yep, right behind Kyle Teal.
So we got something good coming.
Yep.
Potentially.
Yep.
Potentially.
Potential. There's our could be Jack Flaherty. Oh, Yankees and Astros are making a final push for Yandy Diaz because of course they are.
They need an entire new bullpen behind Kenley and another starter. We'll see what they decide to do.
And last move, we foreshadowed a little bit, but Andrew Chafin to the Rangers.
The Sheriff.
It's a good move.
It's a quality move.
Better quality move. Better than not for that bullpen. They want to ramp up in this second half to go make another playoff push. It's a good move. I like it. Ooh.
I agree. Chafin has been on the move ever since the Cubs.
I feel like
traded
his
him.
entire career he's been on the move.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Let's see.
Cubs for 2 years, Detroit for 2 years, Oakland.
He
Milwaukee.
spent 5 years with the Diamondbacks to start his career. Got traded to the Cubs in 2020. Completely forgot about that. Traded to Oakland in 2021. Signed with Detroit in 2022. Plays the entire season there. Excuse me. I believe signs with the Diamondbacks. Gets traded to the Brewers. Signs back with the Tigers again in 2024 just to get traded to the Rangers.
The Sheriff is going to Texas. I don't think there's a better place for him.
Agreed. But it's crazy just looking at all these deadline moves. Like I think it's like I can say by far 7 hour left. There's still a lot of names like should get moved. But it's shout out Miami motherfucking Marlins who have I think I can confidently say now they have won this trade deadline. They said sell, got y'all. We're gonna sell everybody and we're just gonna bring in volume. That's all they're doing. And if a couple of them stick, awesome. A couple of them stick. But yeah, you want to see it.
We got just a little bit under an hour left. Wasn't it the Juan Soto trade that just snuck in?
Yes.
That one time?
Yes.
Derek O'Shea could sneak in like that. St. Louis, I'm fully expecting St. Louis to make another move at some point rather shortly. They keep Dylan Carlson. They keep talking about, so it's only a matter of time before he gets moved. Dodgers are Dodgers are very engaged in
Shocker.
Yeah, and Crochet and Flaherty. Rumored Mark Feinstein just came out with for those who wondered whether the Blue Jays might reverse course and trade their controlling players, including Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Sources said Toronto has no plans to move Vladdy or any other big name players signed beyond this season. So that's good to note. Jack. That looks like yeah, I agree with that too. But it's now we play
this, and now we wait.
Yep.
Oh, boo! Chris Cotillo, who's a Red Sox beat writer for MassLive.com, he just says the scratch for Roman Anthony is not deadline related.
Oh my gosh. He's lying.
Boo. Oh,
Shout out to the dogs in the background.
I guess, dude.
that's not me.
No, that's me.
Well, that's River down there. But I don't know. Now we get to play the waiting game, which is always a fun one.
And Mark Leiter Jr. was officially added to the Yankees active roster. R.I.P.
Yep, he is on his way to Philly and will be available tonight.
Tommy Pham is going to get activated at some point today for tonight's game against the Rangers. Not sure yet what the corresponding move is going to be. So we're taking time on waiting on that. Not a starting lineup against Max Scherzer, but should be available on the bench. It's cool. I like that, honestly. Like as originally how bad I was against that move. I like it now. Like looking at what happened with everybody else, with all these other starters, White Sox are stupid. Thank you for Fetty and Pham for Dodgers prospects.
Oh, and more on the Roman Anthony stuff. He was never scratched. He was just never in the lineup to begin with.
Oh my gosh.
Go figure.
Oh, sweet heavens.
It's funny. I think that's really funny. I guess a minor move that we didn't allude to yet. Rays acquired right-hander pitching prospect Paul Gervasi from the Mets in return for reliever Tyler Zuber, which cool, I guess. Okay. The prospect has 46 Ks and 27 and 2/3 innings and Double-A. So the Rays probably going to turn him into a stud because it's what the Rays do.
Okay, just an update on the names that could still be moved, but have not as of yet, with still just under an hour until the official deadline. We have Tarek Skubal, Garrett Crochet, Jack Flaherty, Brett Rooker, Taylor Ward, Mark Canha, Luis Rengifo, Yandy Diaz, Brandon Lau, Pete Fairbanks, Kyle Finnegan, Chad Green. Luis Robert is also on this list, but I doubt he gets moved.
Oh, Pete Fairbanks would look so good in Cardinal Red.
Yeah, Yandy Diaz was heating up a lot, like in the afternoon, early afternoon.
Mm-hmm. For Yandy, it's definitely looking like if a team's going to make a move for him, it's going to be in L.A., which I don't understand how that's going to work, or New York.
Red Sox are still looking to add a lefty reliever via John Heyman.
What lefty relievers are available that they can go for that haven't been moved? That's the big thing. I mean,
That's
Matt Moore, maybe.
potentially.
It's the only real lefty I can think that would for sure be available. Royals won't move anybody. TJ McFarland from Oakland is always a possibility. Ooh! Eric Fetty will make his St. Louis Cardinals debut Friday at Wrigley Field against the Cubs.
And Eric Fetty dominated the Cubs early this year when he pitched.
Yep. Eric Fetty masterclass Friday at 1:20 Central Time. Maybe it may happen.
Hey, the one day you don't want to start at Wrigley is Friday at 1:20. So
that is true.
Make a note of that now.
In his debut. But hey, remember when Jordan Montgomery's first start in Chicago and how that went?
No, I don't remember.
It was a Friday night though, and he shoved like 7 innings of one-hit baseball. And they won. I was at the game, so I don't know why I even know. But yeah, no, this is we just wait. We just wait.
Lenny Sosa is on his way back up to Chicago to replace Paul DeJong.
Go figure. Oh, look. Dogs are back. You didn't have to turn your camera off. We can see dogs.
We are a dog channel around here. What you mean?
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, there's the Zuber news. Like,
Yeah.
I do not even care.
Oh, Christopher Morel's number 24 in Tampa Bay.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Come on.
We're live, folks. We're live. We're live.
There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Going
Another,
back. Go ahead, sorry.
I'll say another player that I do feel like may get moved is Zach Littell from the Rays. He's like him and Sean Armstrong are like the two other like notable Rays players that would not be shocked if they get moved. Anyways, you were saying, Fred.
I was just going back to start ranting about the Cubs just a little bit. Just
Go for it.
Give
We
us
got
some
time.
filler time here. Don't know how I feel about Bellinger also cleaning up, because the whole thing last year was Bellinger was supposed to hit third. Also, I get, things change, whatever. Michael Busch is hitting ahead of him. Seiya's in the third spot. But it would have been nice just to have Paredes batting cleanup and Bellinger hitting third, because you have on base, and then Paredes, who's got like 283 average with runners in scoring position.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, me ranting and rambling, and Nico Horner
Feel free to rant and ramble. We appreciate the takes.
hitting below Paredes too.
Oh, sorry. We have a trade. Brian De La Cruz is on his way to Pittsburgh, finally.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Breaking news, baby.
Via John Heyman. Nothing from the big boys of Ken and Jeff, but shout out to John.
Pirates got out.
So
Now,
that'll
here's
be
the-
their.
now we
Go ahead.
Who's gonna go back? Who's gonna? It's probably gonna be Jack Sawinski. I think is definitely getting the return package.
Really?
sent
He
down the
just,
trip-
he just got sent down, didn't he? Yeah.
exactly. That's my exact reasoning. They bought Lil and Costello. Now they're gonna buy Lil and Swinsky because this team just is gonna need. They're just gonna need bodies. So I can see Zawinski being a part of this deal. I mean, maybe a Michael A. Taylor goes. Maybe a Edward Olivares goes.
I
He's got a lot
doubt
of
it's
land.
Taylor. I doubt it
Me
just because of his
too.
age. But
Yeah. No, I gotta go. I'm gonna go look at the Pirates prospects and see who could possibly.
let's see.
Being his return
Pittsburgh Pirates.
G1 Bay could go back, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe they throw in like Mike Burrows or something. I don't think the Marlins are getting a top 5 prospect from the
I
Pirates.
don't think
or
so.
Byron
I don't think so
Mhm.
either. Well, shout out Nick York coming in as number 5 prospect now in their system.
Maybe Xander Mueth or Hunter
Mm.
Barco.
I can see somebody
Jalen
like that.
Polanco as an outfielder
Mhm.
prospect.
Yeah. Plays first base also.
Yeah, Tony Blanco. Yeah, I mean, hey, now we wait and see what this package is. But this one will be my last like reaction once the package gets out because I gotta go to work in very shortly.
Yes.
Yeah, Craig Mish came out. Right-handed pitcher Jun Sook Shim probably returned to Miami from Clemson. And he's
Number
Who?
17.
number 17. Jun Sook
Okay.
Shim, right-handed pitcher, 2026 ETA.
Rookie ball, 20 years old,
Yep.
6'4", 215.
Good fastball, good curveball, okay slider, okay change, iffy control. Yeah.
Has a chance to grow into a big power pitcher, one with a 4-pitch mix. His live arm can fire fastballs that flirt with triple digits, comfortably sit in the mid 90s. He can really spin the ball, coming with a curve that's close to a 12.6, and he's at a distinct harder slider, both with super high spin rates. He's still working on getting consistency with his changeup.
I could throw a changeup. But no, I'm in Feinsted's comments right now, and the second one is the Mets will fail to score a single run against John Stokes Jim. I think that's funny. Also, Ken Rosenthal officially tweeted it out. So Ryan De La Cruz is not a name I was expecting to get sold off, but hey,
I love some of these like initial comments that just spawn when the tweet goes
funny.
up.
Just like they'd be like, "Oh, this team should
Yankees
come
season 99 says Pirates are still awful. LMAO. Someone with a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man profile picture late. Shea Ball MVP playoff bound. Danny First show Robert.
Yeah, no, they beat that cooking. What are you talking about?
And then Seiya Suzuki lover. Okay.
Good for them. Okay. On a real note, though, this is good for the Pirates. I don't care what anybody says. Shout out Pittsburgh. You went and did something. Jalen Biggs and Brian De La Cruz. That's the playoff push right there.
De La Cruz hit 245 on the year, 18 home runs, 289 on base percentage. So the guy like just does not walk, I guess.
Oh.
Holy strikeout. 26% strikeout rate. MLB average is 22.7.
He'll play well in PSG.
Slightly better average Christopher Morel calling. Hello.
Some are saying. Yep. MLB official MLB Twitter. You put the on the move graphic. Okay. Noting this though. Thank you, Joel Sherman. Pirates had 31 home runs total from their outfield. 18 of them from Brian Reynolds. De La Cruz is 18 home runs. He brings something there. Also, Christian Walker officially on the IL. So Josh Bell to the rescue.
De La Cruz also has team control all the way to 2028.
Therefore, the package should actually be decent. Still think it's crazy that the A's got the number 4 prospect for the Royals for Lucas Erceg. I think that's nasty. Mason Barnett's good. Mason Barnett was actually supposed to be in Peoria today. So it's interesting to see because they're playing Quad Cities and their Quad Cities are the Royals peoples. So get to watch Royals prospects play today, guys. Go me.
For real.
No, for real.
Okay. No, it's just more stuff. It's like, all right, we get it. Roman Anthony is not going to get traded.
But you still can if you want. We'd love it over here.
Yeah. I will ask y'all this. Do you guys think Tyone gets moved in the next 40 minutes?
I don't know. I feel like they would have.
I feel like they would have already.
Yeah, I feel like they would have. They wouldn't have started him yesterday if they were going to trade him.
And he didn't have a good start yesterday either. But I mean, the only reason that I think that they could, if the package is there, is just how much starting pitchers are going for right now. Because again, hotcakes out here.
God,
okay. This was from 2 hours ago, but since we're talking about it, uncertain if Jameson Taillon is still out there in trade talks, but in case, his 10-team no-trade list does not include Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Padres, and 15 others. So he would be open to a trade to those teams.
Well, I'm sure the Dodgers have already came calling.
They need pitching desperately. Their pitching staff has been ravaged by injuries. The Dodgers continue to be engaged on Garrett Crochet and Jack Flaherty. Just give them James Outman like the White Sox want. Just do it, Dodgers. You know you wanna. You know you wanna.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Twitter. Yeah, Ben Verlander tweeted out the other day or today, an hour ago, 2-9 with a 4.53 ERA nets you two top prospects in this market. Obviously, the UC Kikuchi trade. If you're a team not in contention, you're holding on to starting pitching. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't even know. Some teams are just not right. But you never know. Yeah. Nothing. Marlins. Ooh, all right, there we go. Marlins receive infielder outfielder Garrett Forrester from the Pirates as part of the trade for DLC.
18.
Also, the deal's pitcher Jun Suk Sim. So
17 and 18.
Not bad. Not bad. But anyways, boys, it is 4:23. I gotta be at work in like 15 minutes. So
Oh, sigh.
okay, my shift doesn't start till 5, but I gotta get there early so I can make sure I can park and all that good mumbo jumbo. Also, I clock in early for free time and I want to go watch some BP. So, boys,
Night.
I wish y'all luck finishing off the show. My phone will be on me. If I need to come into the chat and react, I will say my input. But I mean, y'all got this handled. Fingers crossed that Dylan Carlson gets traded in the next 35 minutes.
I think literally within the first 5 minutes of you leaving, he's going to get traded.
I think it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I think I'm going to get in my car, start driving downtown, and then it's going to happen. But regardless, I wish y'all boys luck and have to keep having a good show.
All right. Don't have too much fun.
Have all the fun in the world. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go sweat my booty off.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ugh.
And then there were two. Did we already mention Yankees, Astros are the teams making the final push for Yandy Diaz?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yep. Still, obviously, we got 35 minutes-ish until the trade deadline. Still plenty to go. Excuse me. For this. Every team now has made a trade heading into the deadline. The last team that didn't was the Twins until they got Trevor Richards. Yeah, nothing. Oh. God damn it. I don't care. Woj, this is not the time. This is not the time. Good
For sure, you got to think there's at least a couple more trades going to come through last 35 minutes. Who's going to make that extra push? Guys like Garrett Crochet
there
are
it
still
is.
out there.
The Pirates have acquired IKF from the Blue Jays.
Oh. It's not legend.
We have to get this. We have to play this.
If only MJ was here.
I wanted to play it earlier when the Tanner Scott trade went down, but there wasn't a good time to play it. So
you said IKF just went to the
Pirates, yes.
Pirates.
Yep. Nothing yet on the package. Obviously, it's literally a minute into the news being known, so we will update you as possible as soon as we know.
292 average this year, 338 on base percentage. Utility guy.
115 OPS plus, 7 homers and 33 RBIs, a 3.1 WAR. Okay.
He had like
I
a
see
goon year, and like 2021 for him in Texas was a good year. That's where I start remembering him.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
8 home runs, 3 triples, 25 doubles, 20 stolen bases, in 158 games for the Rangers. He's well on that way to having that type of year. The average is up, the on base is up.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a career year. I mean, he could easily hit double-digit home runs. I don't know if he'll hit 50 or so RBIs at this point. He's got to get 17 RBIs in the last couple of months of the year, but overall, it's looking pretty good for
Gotta
IKF.
think. Yeah, the Blue Jays should get some sort of good return here.
I am just also personally mad that the Pirates are actually just continually to buy.
Right. This was not supposed to happen. This was at the very beginning show of the year. I remember when we were going through the divisions and everything. I don't think we said the Pirates are buying this year.
No, you and I both obviously had the Cubs winning the division. That was a fucking lie.
Yep.
I had Jordan Wicks as rookie of the year. That was a lie. You had Chris Morel leading all of baseball in home runs. That was a lie.
That was a huge lie.
So,
who are the Pirates going to give up here?
maybe
Tamar
this
Johnson, number 2 prospect.
No,
maybe?
I don't think you give up Tamar Johnson for IKF. Maybe this is a Mitch Jeb or Su Che Chang.
Yeah, someone lower there. Yeah.
Maybe a Jack Brannigan. Oh, hold on. Kenny Rosen. Stop confirming what just Jeff said. Get the full package, you coward.
Who are your sources?
Fine. Keep your secrets.
I love how I refresh Twitter and I'm just still getting stuff from yesterday. Mark Leiter to Yankees. Thanks. We already went down that path.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, nothing yet. Okay. This is just a hype up for Brewers pitcher. Do not care.
Lower on the Pirates prospect list. Kiarner Delgado, 22, middle infielder there.
Come on. Okay. Come on. Come on. What have we got here? This is really getting annoying. Trades happen already. But no, I think this has been an interesting deadline so far. Obviously, you still got 30, I'd say 30 plus minutes.
Yeah.
Do you think Skubal gets moved? I feel like there's a lot of momentum earlier in the weekend and in last week that he would get traded. But it's feeling more and more like the Tigers should be doing the right thing and hold on to him. I mean, it's always the conversation we have is like, yes, you could trade him for prospects. They could even become Tarek Skubal, who's a top 3 Cy Young candidate.
Right. Yeah, I think for the Tigers, it's all about opportunity, and is giving up Skubal going to give them a better opportunity in the future without him. So, I mean, who has the ability to give up those prospects? The Dodgers, maybe. Our team that comes to
Orioles.
mind, Orioles. So yeah, I look up Tariq here. Get his page up. I mean, he's going to be an expensive package too. It's all about like who's the least expensive but most high quality guy out of him. Flaherty, Crochet,
Ooh.
Tyon.
The Pirates and Astros are working on a deal. Nothing yet of what it could be, but they are working together on something.
Settle
here it
down,
is.
Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
The Pirates send AA outfielder Charles
Yep.
McAdoo, number 29 prospect, back to Toronto. Okay, so
I was way off.
So the Toronto gets a top 30 prospect in the
Corner
deal.
infielder, outfielder.
Let's see, number 29. Third baseman, outfielder, ETA of MLB in 2026. Looks like he can hit, he's got a little bit of power. He's got an arm. He's not the best runner or fielder. Let's see. This year in AA, he's hitting 269, 490 slugging, 837 OPS in 27 games. 13 runs, 28 hits, 6 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, and 11 RBIs.
So now the fun thing to play is where does Pittsburgh put IKF and with the trade with De La Cruz?
Well, De La Cruz is probably...
He's an outfielder, isn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
So maybe they put IKF at second, or maybe they're going to experiment putting O'Neal Cruz at second.
Yeah, Nick Gonzalez is on the 10-day IL, so second base. I'm not sure who they've been playing at second base.
I think it has to have been like Jared Triolo or something they've been playing at second.
Thank you. Yeah. Try to see if I can pull up their lineup for tonight. Pirates and the Astros are playing each other tonight. Didn't you just say they're working on a trade?
Yes, nothing expected yet, but they are talking.
No official lineup from Pittsburgh tonight.
Yep. Let's see. It's funny. Okay, I get it.
We can look at yesterday then. Figure out.
Let's see. Nothing on the package as of yet. We do have a video of Skip Schumacher telling Brian De La Cruz he just got traded.
Yeah, Pirates been playing Triolo at second, and now having IKF is a huge upgrade there. So I assume
This is from Baseball Trade Values. They said that the Tanner Scott trade would be rejected in their model.
Oh, I don't play. That is just a crazy, crazy haul.
Between this and the Jason Adam deal, AJ Preller has essentially sold his whole farm, with the exception of his true blue chip prospects, for 3 relievers, one of which Scott is a rental. Both deals have seen by the industry as consensus overpays.
Oh, the Padres take out a loan that one time because they didn't have enough money for.
They were doing the whole thing where they were cutting payroll, and part of the reason why they traded Juan Soto in the first place. So Still nothing on the
Christopher
Other
Morella
Pirates.
is starting at second base tonight for the Rays.
Ooh.
There's some.
Okay.
Not
Who
a
do you
bad-
who-
oh, it's so weird seeing him in Tampa Bay uniform.
Yeah. Who do you think has improved the most this trade season up to this point? Who has kind of like set themselves up for a much, much better second half or last couple months of the season?
Starting off, I mean, I think like Boston is almost 10 games over 500, but it kind of seems like they took off a little later into the season. And them being buyers is huge. I would say, though, kind of turning around that question, Miami was playing playoff games last year and have unloaded their roster. So that, to me, I know you were asking about who's improved, but who hasn't improved and has unloaded their roster with Jazz and Tanner Scott is Miami. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah, I think the only guys really left from that playoff run last year are Yuri Perez and Jake Berger.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Bell is gone. Luis Arias is gone. Jazz is gone. Brian De La Cruz is gone. Tanner Scott is gone. Tyler Rogers is gone. They have
A team who has played playoff games has just unloaded their roster.
I would say the team has probably improved the most. That's a tough question. I don't know. I think who's made the best deal to improve has probably been the Cardinals to get Eric Fetty and Tommy Pham for Tommy Edman and nothing else is fantastic for them. As much as I hate to say that. I don't know. I feel like the Mariners are very much improved. I'm going to go with the Mariners. You get Randy, you get Justin Turner, you get Yimi Garcia. Those are all three really big moves to improve your offense and bullpen. You trade away Ryan Stanek, who has been absolutely awful. Craig
I think he also
says there's more trades coming. Sorry, go ahead.
Just to kind of piggyback off your question, the Pirates are another team staying in the NL Central that, with their couple trades that just happened today, it's huge. No one expected them to again play playoff baseball, but Paul Skeens is dominant. Their whole rotation, or top guys in their rotation, are dominant.
According to Christina De Nicola, she's a Marlins beat writer for MLB.com. She's saying there's another Marlins trade impending.
Oh my gosh.
Who do they have left to sell? I can't even think.
Yeah, I just saw that same tweet there about trades coming in.
Jackson Holliday has been scratched from the lineup for Norfolk AAA.
If this is like the Red Sox thing that just happened earlier, and the Orioles are scratching on Jackson Holliday, number one prospect in all of MLB, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Who the heck are they trading for?
Still him. It's James Wood, Junior Caminero, Dylan Cruz. The Nationals have two of the top 5 best prospects in baseball. Oh, I get a double notification. It's Ken. The Mets are acquiring reliever Huascar Brazoban from the Marlins.
That one's going to be a who for me?
Yeah. I don't think obviously the Orioles aren't even involved, but that's not a guy you're going to give up. He's all right. He's a 6'3" righty, only 155 pounds. He's 34. He only made his major league debut 2 years ago. He's 1-2 this year, 2.93 ERA. in 20 games, 30 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, a 1.011 whip. This is a good trade for the Mets. I don't know what they've given up yet, but this is a good bullpen piece to add.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of hung up on that Jackson move.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's I don't know if it's really going to be anything or it's going to be the same thing that happened with Anthony from the Red Sox where it's for no reason.
Yeah, number one prospects.
The Marlins have claimed righty Jesus Tinoco off of waivers from the Cubs.
Okay.
You probably don't remember him. They paid the Royals to acquire him, and then they DFA'd him.
Yep. Yeah, I think he had like one appearance.
I don't know.
Still seeing things about Dylan Carlson, but nothing there.
Yep, it's very quiet, unusually quiet on the Western Front. There's more stuff on that. MLB Deadline News posted a picture. It says, "And now pitching for the Miami Marlins," and it's a guy in his back nameplate says baseball player.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another double notification. Jeff, the Baltimore Orioles are acquiring Eloy Jimenez from the Chicago White Sox.
Oh my gosh. That can't be for Jackson Holiday, though, can it?
No. If the White Sox get Jackson Holiday for Eloy Jimenez, they're going to build a statue of Prince Getz outside of Guaranteed Rate Field.
I was about to say, like, hold up. Unless somehow, some way, Garrett Crochet is also in that deal.
I don't know. Marlins will receive infielder Garrett Forrester. Oh, we already said this for John Sukshim. Never mind. What is Bruce sending me? He just said White Sox is dumping bodies. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Eloy Jimenez on his way to Baltimore. They just got Christian Pache and Sir Anthony Dominguez from the Phillies in the Austin Hayes trade. Let's see. He is hitting 240 with 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, an 81 OPS plus, and he's played 65 games this year.
And you and I are pretty familiar with Eloy Jimenez. Jose Quintana was in that deal back in 2016, right?
2017.
2017, yep.
Okay. Nothing yet. Nothing yet on the package, but definitely a big move. I'm interested how they're going to use Eloy at this point, because I mean, if we go here, go to the Orioles.
Yeah, that's what I was just pulling up too.
Let's take a look at their last game against the Blue Jays. They had Hauser, Santander, and Kierstad in the outfield with Mountcastle as the DH. So I'd imagine if they're going to use Eloy, they'd probably use him as the DH.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
some
man.
instances.
And the O's is just, they've had a good offense all year. They've had one of the best offenses in the league, at least in terms of power. So maybe even some sort of platoon, maybe? I don't.
Looks like the Rays will not be trading Yandy Diaz today.
There we go.
And now officially we can say the Cubs have won the Dylan Cease and Eloy Jimenez trade. White Sox got one playoff appearance out of it, and both players are gone.
Yeah, Eloy has even had some injury-ridden seasons too.
Let's see. Let's take a look at him. He's only played over 120 games twice in his career. Once in his rookie year when he hit 31 home runs. And then last year he played 120 games, but only hit 18 home runs. Otherwise, he's played 55 in 2021, 84 in 2022, and obviously, like I said, 65 in 2024. He did also play 55 in 2020, but again, only a 60-game season.
Yeah, someone just tweeted out a reminder that the Cubs won the trade forever and always.
That is just not. I need to see the package. I need to know.
Jackson Holiday. Just watch.
I swear. I swear.
Yeah, unless somehow Garrett Crochet is attached in that deal that we don't know about it.
I haven't seen anything yet. Still just waiting. Oh, we also missed earlier that the Pirates also acquired lefty reliever Josh Walker from the Mets in exchange for Nicholas Carreno. Yeah, kind of a little small trade there.
Let's see, who else can the O's give up here?
I mean, take your
I
pick.
don't think he's right. I'm not thinking a top 10 guy here.
No.
Braylon Tavera, 11th, maybe.
Maybe Thomas Sosa, John Rhodes, Hudson Haskin could be a guy.
Steven Martinez, number
Billy
30.
Cook. Billy Cook's in AAA. He's 25. He's MLB ready.
Yeah.
Would instantly be a starter for the White Sox.
Jackson, I think either you or I might instantly be a starter for the White Sox if
that is fair. That is very
if we
fair.
didn't, if we didn't hang our cleats up. But
yeah, them cleats have been hung up for a long time. Oh my God.
Still no
Hurry up.
package yet. Still nothing from the Cubs either, from any Cubs people that I follow.
Nope, no Cubs trades up to this point. The Phillies have acquired Tanner Banks from the White Sox.
Okay, there we go.
Banks is 2-2 on the year with a 4.13 ERA, 48 innings, 55 strikeouts, a 1.29 WHIP. Solid lefty for the Phillies. Like it. White Sox sell-off continues. This is basically who can sell more, the Marlins or the White Sox.
You're right. Now trade Garrett Crochet. You won't.
Like, that's the one guy they're not going to trade.
Right.
I guarantee it. I have a feeling. I have a deep-seated feeling. Oh, Ken, stop being late and just confirming.
We need packages here.
Exactly.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger's on the Cubs lineup tonight too, so the chances of him getting traded are a lot lower. Again, people can get traded, and while the Cubs start at 6 Central Time, so
yeah, so they will be after the deadline, so there is plenty of time for that. Let's see here.
Nico Horner is also in the lineup tonight. He had an interview with 670 The Score today. Didn't really.
Yeah, you were not enthused by his quote that you shared with me.
No, I thought he got traded there for a second, and the reaction that I would have had would have just might have caused an earthquake.
This is from Matt Gleb. He's a beat writer for the Phillies. Oh, Garrett Crochet will not be traded.
There we go.
All right, I'm going to play it again. Wow.
So W move by the White Sox, L move by the White Sox not moving Crochet? Or did it come down to teams just didn't want to trade for him?
I think it's kind of Crochet kind of not fumbling the bag, but kind of screwing the White Sox over.
Sure.
By asking for the extension in public. So
someone also piggyback off the Ken Rosenthal tweet of him not being traded. Wonder if he gets shut down and maybe they look to trade him in the offseason.
I don't know. I feel like let's take a look at his contract situation. I don't remember what his contract situation is off top of mind. Let's see. Contract for Garrett Crochet. He's got 2 years of team control. So I don't know. It feels like now's the right time to trade him because whoever you're sending him to in the offseason, at minimum, is only going to have 1 year of control. They'll have him for 2025 and 2026.
Yeah, this is the exact time to trade him, especially at the deadline. You're getting more out of a team out of the deadline, I feel like, than you would necessarily in the offseason. Just because you don't know where you're at the beginning of the season versus halfway through.
Yeah, no, I think I totally agree that it probably should have been
Jack Flaherty to the Dodgers.
Oh boy. There's the headliner we were waiting for. The number 2 starter in that Tigers rotation, Jack Flaherty, heading to the Dodgers. And talk about a guy who resurrected his value. He basically got traded for peanuts last year when the Orioles got him.
Yeah. 2.95 ERA this year.
I think it was in Shintaro. Oh no, the Orioles got Shintaro Fujinami from the A's. So never mind. But yeah, 7-5, 295, 106 innings, 133 strikeouts, a whip under 1.
He'll slide in right nicely in that Dodgers rotation.
So now if you take a look, let's take a look. I wonder who the Dodgers are going to send.
So the Dodgers have pitching prospects. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6 are pitching prospects. Jackson Ferris is in there. Kyle Hurt, River Ryan, Nick Frasso.
Maybe they could send Bobby Miller. Back. If the Tigers want some young MLB ready value. I mean, River Ryan and Kyle Hurt say they're MLB ready. I mean, Ryan is 25. I think the Tigers would probably prefer Jackson Ferris, who's only 20, and he's a lefty.
Yeah, and looking farther down, the Dodgers have pitching prospects at 13, 14, 15, 16. So they got arms to give up. You got to think they're at least maybe getting 2 of how well Flaherty's been.
This is from Ken Rosenthal. Decision apparently rests with Detroit to finish the deal.
Okay.
So we'll see if they actually. So the Tigers will finally send a starting pitcher to the Dodgers like they wanted to last year.
And we got 2 more minutes. 2 more
the
minutes.
The Dodgers have also acquired Kevin Kiermaier from the Blue Jays.
Oh. Blue Jays continue their fire sale.
Dodgers made money like a horny dude on Friday drinking by trying to be. Okay, Bruce. Okay. That NLDS loss is going to hit like a prime Mike Tyson punch. The Padres have made another trade. They get Martin Perez, I believe, from the Rangers, if I remember correctly. Oh, my God. We're getting a flurry. The deadline is just 1 minute away.
1 minute.
We are just sitting here waiting to see if any more last-minute deals come through.
And the package for Flaherty.
The Yankees just got Eniel De Los Santos.
Yep, just saw that. So there's a Padres reliever, maybe pitcher.
Yes, Padres pitcher heads out. So but they just got Martin Perez. So much is happening. I am confused, is the best way I can put it. Let's see. Padres acquire Martin Perez. From who?
Tanner Banks.
Oh, from the Pirates. From the Pirates. Okay. I could not remember where he pitched initially.
I got 5 o'clock on my clock.
Me too.
We have seen it before where we've seen a couple trades sneak in after the deadline. Cough, cough, Juan Soto. Still waiting on the return for the Flaherty trade. Getting a call.
We're still waiting on the Eloy Jimenez details.
Yeah.
To the Orioles. Still no word on that.
That should be up because that's been a while. Let's look up Eloy Jimenez.
Tampa Bay Rays are acquiring Dylan Carlson.
There you go.
There goes Dylan Carlson finally at the buzzer.
Luis Garcia goes from the Angels to the Red Sox.
Oh, where are all these trades coming from?
You guys waited this long?
Oh my! The Cardinals are getting reliever Sean Armstrong.
Oh.
So this is a buy move for the Cardinals.
Warriors reliever Trey McGough is going to the White Sox for Jimenez.
Who is?
Trey McGough.
Okay. Armstrong has had a terrible year for Tampa Bay. 2-2 record, 5.40 ERA in 38 games, a 1.6 whip. So maybe if he goes to the pitching reliever factory as St. Louis Cardinals, maybe they can right the ship with him, but he has not been good this year.
I'm not seeing anything on Trey McGough. If he's even in the
Top 30.
yeah.
The Tigers are getting Tyron Liranzo and Trey Sweeney in the deal. So they get number 8, Tyron, who is a catcher and first baseman. And then they get a shortstop in Trey Sweeney. Hold on. Just got something about the Cubs are done. Jameson Tyone stays.
Yep. Nico Horner stays. Hector Neris stays. So the Tigers didn't even get one of those pitching prospects that we talked about. I know it's high up there.
Nope. They got a catcher, first baseman, and a shortstop in the deal.
Wow.
Which makes sense for them, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't want to sell too high there. Flaherty is a free agent 2025, so it's not like they get a lot of control from him.
Do you know the account Cubby Bellinger on Twitter?
I think so.
The Cubs are 6 games above 500, trailing 5 teams for third, and their deadline consisting of trading Morel and Mark Leiter Jr. Grade F. Ronaldus Jimenez, DSL player, is the return for the Martin Perez trade.
You have a couple more minutes here to see if anything else sneaks in.
Yeah, I can already see Cubs fans not happy that Jameson Tyone is still here.
Yeah, it's understandable with of how much return pitching has got. Again, you also kind of have to think that he did have 10 teams that were on his no trade list, so that probably impacted things a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's there goes Luis Garcia. 3.71 ERA, 3.68 FIP, 40 strikeouts, and 43 2/3 this season. Trade deadline has now officially passed. See if anything else comes in the next couple of minutes. We know, as always, there's trades that come through later. The Dodgers get Kevin Kiermaier for Ryan Yarbrough. Yarbrough was DFA'd earlier in the week by the Dodgers to make room for Edman and Kopech.
And Yandy Diaz is safe. He was a name that was heating up earlier in the day.
But nothing came to fruition on that end.
Yeah, Michael I'm going to butcher that name. It's part of Bleacher Nation. Tweeted out, but it just feels like the Cubs left a lot on the table today.
Yeah, I mean, the Mark Leiter Jr. trade was decent enough, but yeah, I feel like prospect only deal. Pirates send Patrick Riley to the Orioles for Billy Cook. We talked about Billy Cook earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Billy Cook.
I think he was at the top. He's in the top 30 for the Orioles system.
Okay.
Where'd he go? Number 28 in the Orioles system. 25 years old, 5'11", 205-pound outfielder and second baseman. And they get Patrick Riley in the deal.
And again, just to repeat, Cubs are done. Obviously, it's past the deadline, but no more sneaky Jed Hoyer bombs.
The Phillies are sending William Bergola to the White Sox for Tanner Banks.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, did you say
Phillies.
earlier who the Rays traded away for Dylan Carlson?
They traded Sean Armstrong.
Okay.
Let's see. William Bergola is the number 11 prospect in the Phillies system. Shortstop, second baseman, 19 years old, lefty bat, who's playing at high A ball. 295, 350 on base, 385 slug, 12 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, 29 RBIs, 22 walks, 18 stolen bases.
That's a base stealer.
Yeah, like I said, Sean Armstrong is not having a good season for the Rays right now. He has in the past. He's been a very solid pitcher over his career. If you take a look, last year had a 1.38 ERA. 2018, he had a 1.23 ERA for the Mariners, but kind of lost himself until 2020 when he had a 1.80 ERA with the Orioles. Got traded to Tampa Bay, and then got traded to Miami again, and then found his way back to Tampa Bay, and had a fantastic 2023, but 2024 has not been very kind.
Circling back to a couple things, actually. The Dodgers-Tigers trade. Baseball America has Thyron Lirizano, whatever. We're just not even going to try it there. As the third prospect in the Dodgers organization. Pipeline has him at 8. So there could be some difference there. It's just some specific Cubs news, since we got the 2 Cubs guys here. Miles Mastroboni was just optioned to AAA. Paredes is active, and Ethan Roberts has been recalled from Iowa to take Mark Leiter's place. And we have
another trade trickling in. The Tigers have traded Mark Canha to the Giants.
Okay, there we go.
So 10 minutes after the official deadline, Mark Canha heads to the Bay. The Reds have traded Austin Slater to the Orioles, who they just got from the Giants, 2 weeks ago?
I think so.
Yeah, they gave up. Oh, who did they give up in that trade? Let's see. Austin Slater trade.
Also, I think we said it earlier, but this one snuck in afterwards. Luis Garcia goes to Boston from Anaheim.
The Giants sent Austin Slater to the Reds for Alex Young. And now the Reds send Slater to the Orioles. So the Orioles picked up a couple of outfielders. What do they know? What are they cooking?
Just to piggyback off what I said, Luis Garcia, 3.71 ERA this year, bullpen guy. Have a good year. He's had a few good years. Flirted around a 4 ERA.
Yep, lots of really good buy low moves from the Red Sox right now. I like the Quinn Priester trade. Luis Garcia looks pretty solid as a back of the bullpen guy.
Another
I like
one that just snuck in: Diamondbacks acquiring Dylan Floro from the Nats.
Ooh, that was someone who I saw who said that the Cardinals could send Carlson to Washington for Floro.
Floro,
Which I-
2.06 ERA in 51 games this year. Nice back end of the bullpen piece for that.
Interesting. I'm really curious about these Orioles trades with Eloy and Slater. I know they just traded away not Cowser. What is his name? Why am I blanking?
You're talking about the Orioles?
Yeah, I know they just traded away Stowers, but getting Slater and Eloy is interesting to say the least. A trade to relieve the White Sox of money for there. The deadline is passed with no deals from the Rockies, who hold on to Cal Quantrill, Austin Gomber, Brendan Rodgers, and Elias Diaz.
Saw that. I already saw that. I'm trying to look for any other packages from the trades that we talked about.
No, I think we're still waiting for most of these to trickle in. Yeah, no, nothing up to this point. Nothing new. So that trade for Canna is probably going to be the last one of the deadline, unless something just comes in the next 10 minutes.
Don't see anything there.
Let's see here.
Give it a few more minutes here. Yep.
Yeah, Dylan Carlson. And I am not seeing anything else right now. I'm interested by why the Giants would go after Mark Canna after they just traded Jorge Soler. Canna's 35 at this point.
Yeah, and last time I checked, 231 average, 7 home runs.
Let's see. Still nothing. Still nothing. According to the Action Network, the Dodgers are still currently the favorites at winning the World Series with plus 300 odds.
I guess real quick, as things start slowing down, are you impressed by the trade deadline? This trade deadline, anything catch you by surprise? Are you underwhelmed?
You know, I just saw this. The Astros are sending Kelly Austin to the Yankees in the Caleb Ferguson deal. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how the deadline turned out. I am very surprised Garrett Crochet did not get traded. I'm not super surprised by Scooball saying in Detroit. Yeah, so I think overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the deadline. I wish we could have seen a Garrett Crochet trade, but we had a lot of big moves, even in the days before. Obviously, Jazz to the Yankees, Isaac Paredes to the Cubs. And obviously today we get Tanner Scott to the Padres. We had Jorge Soler to the Braves last night. Cy knew I was sleeping, so that's cool. Although I did tell him I had to open at Walgreens this morning, so it's not as weird as you think.
Nope, people, it's weird. Just make it weird.
Just as context, Brandon Hyde was the farm director
saw
with the
it,
Cubs when they signed Eloy in 2013. And obviously Brandon Hyde is the manager of the Orioles.
Also circling back to Jackson Holiday getting scratched. Obviously, he hasn't gotten traded unless something sneaks in, but highly doubt that if 17 minutes past the deadline.
Yep. Dylan Floro has a 2.06 ERA in 51 outings this year for the Nats. Elniel De Los Santos is a reliever, 4.46 ERA in 40 innings for the Yankees. Nothing yet. There it is. Right-handed pitcher Eric Silva is headed to the Giants. Headed from the Giants to the Tigers. So Eric Silva will head to Detroit in the Marcana trade. The Yankees, they released Jeter Downs, and Downs has signed with a team in Japan. So shout out to Jeter Downs. The second best Jeter to ever play baseball. So nothing yet on the Austin Slater deal. I think that's going to be the end of it.
Yep, I agree.
Bergola. Yep, number 2 starter. The Dodgers were also heavily in talks for Crochet before they decided to pivot to Flaherty.
Yeah, that might have to do with the contract thing with Crochet.
Yep, nothing else.
Oh, the Baltimore Orioles are acquiring left-handed reliever Gregory Soto from the Phillies. Right-handed pitching prospect Seth Johnson is the package.
Wow. Okay.
There's a
late break-in trade. So here are all Cubs moves for the deadline. They traded away Christopher Morel, Mark Leiter Jr., Hunter Biggie, Ty Johnson, Yohendrick Pinago, and Josh Rivera for Isaac Paredes, Nate Pearson, Jack Neely, and Ben Cowles. So they sent out 6 players and received 4.
2 of them being top 30 Yankees prospects, too.
Yep. And
So
I would say better at third base, worse this year for the bullpen, but better for the future. Hunter Biggie and Jack Neely are very similar, so it's not a huge wash. And then Ben Cowles will probably just replace Josh Rivera.
Yeah. And with the bullpen, too, you got to think that Ben Brown is a starter/reliever. Wisniewski is a starter/reliever. Cade Horton is just about ready to make a big league appearance, so he could work out of the bullpen.
Phillies situation. Righty starter Seth Johnson, who goes on the 40-man roster, is coming to the Orioles.
He's the number 8 prospect for Baltimore, Seth Johnson.
I think we'll stick around for another few minutes, see if anything else comes out of this trade deadline. Obviously, we just had the Gregory Soto trade, which is a little surprising. How is Soto doing this year? I have not thought about Gregory Soto in a long time.
The last time I thought of him was MLB The Show. His MLB The Show All-Star card was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, he not good. 4.08 ERA in 43 games, a 1.58 WHIP, 44 strikeouts and 35 and a third, 2 saves, and I think I said 2-4 record. So not very good. He has not been good since he left the Tigers.
And
He was a
Baltimore
two-time
gave up
All-Star.
their number 8 prospect for him.
He had a 3.39 and 3.28 ERA in 2021 and 2022. Was a two-time All-Star. Had a 2-11 record in 2022. That sucks. It's one of the best relievers in baseball, and then it just was not working for him in Philly. Maybe it will work for him in Baltimore now. So we shall see on that end of things.
Yeah, a lot of Cubs fans disappointed in Hoyer and the deadline. Hoyer came out a few days ago and said that the Cubs are not making moves that will just help them this season or for seasons to come.
No more moves for the Milwaukee Brewers. So they get Aaron Savale, Nick Mears, and Frankie Montas. And it looks like the Royals are also done. They bring in Hunter Harvey, Michael Lorenzen, Lucas Urseg, Paul DeYoung.
Yeah, the Mets are done. They got Winker, Blackburn, Maton, Stanek, Brazoban, and Zuber. Those last 5 names are all right-handed pitchers.
Yep. We just got confirmation from John Heyman about Luis Garcia going to the Red Sox. Thanks, John.
J.D. Davis is going to the Rays just now.
Oh. Jeff Passan. There were a lot of trades. No kidding. No. So I think that's pretty much it. It's seeming more and more like this deadline is officially over and done with. So I'm going to flip the question on to you. What did you think of the 2024 trade deadline overall? And then we'll finish it off with our Cubs thoughts to kind of clean up this trade deadline spectacular.
Yeah, I think this trade line, it wasn't underwhelming or any over. I think there was a little bit more overselling this deadline, I feel like, especially in the pitching or part of things with the Astros trade. Flaherty, obviously, you were going to have to give up a lot for Flaherty. And I guess the Dodgers didn't really give up too much there. But I feel like overall it was a pretty average deadline, I think. I don't think there was anything that was like, oh, my gosh, this big name guy is getting moved. This big name guy who has a 3 to 5 years of control got moved. I may be wrong, but I just don't feel like that happened. But other than that, no, I feel like, now we have a good picture of who's competing, who's not. Pirates are kind of being a big surprise there with how much they bought. The Dodgers and the Braves are obviously still there. And so, yeah, we'll see now how all these trades play off and within the next couple of years as well. That's the fun thing about the trade deadline is you don't really see who really won the trade because a lot of these prospects aren't going to come up until next year or the year after. So pretty fun deadline so far, or to end it.
Yeah. And here's just an update. Starting with AJ Puck on Thursday, there were 58 trades across the league, 30 happening today.
Wow.
Lots of stuff. And honestly, I think the bigger stories of the deadline were the guys who didn't get traded. The White
Right.
Sox hold on to Luis Robert and Garrett Crochet. The Tigers hang on to Tarek Skubal. This wasn't going to happen with how well they've been playing, but Pete Alonso stays with the Mets. He was looked at as potentially early trade candidate when the Mets were bad until Grimace came along.
Vlad Jr. is also in there, and Bo Bichette.
Yep, those guys
names
didn't
are-
get dealt. Yeah, let's see. Let's go one more. Yep, I think.
I'm not seeing anything new on my end.
Nope. I think we're done, and I think that's a good place to end it off with the last trade of the 2024 deadline, with the Baltimore Orioles making another trade with the Philadelphia Phillies. This time, getting left-handed reliever Gregory Soto. Braden, thank you so much for hopping on with me and Cy and hanging on
Yes,
with
sir.
me for the last hour.
Yes, sir.
Lots of big moves we got to see, and I really appreciate that I got to experience it with you. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Right back at you. Be sure to check out TDT for any trade deadline pieces that will come in. I'm sure we'll have something with the Flaherty trade. I know, Jackson, you said you were going to write a couple with the Kansas City trade. So Jackson, and then Cy, I know you're out there somewhere. MJ, thanks for having me on today. It's a great show. I'm glad that I'm the favorite among guests for Beer versus Ivy. So very grateful and appreciative of that. So thank you again.
Yep, you are the first guy we call from our guest bullpen every single time. You come in, close the deal, and you look strong doing it.
I appreciate
Much
it.
more than can be said for the White Sox, who have blown 40 games and lost this year. So, one final dig on the White Sox, who probably sent out the second most players this trade deadline, probably behind the Marlins. But anywho, thank you everyone for watching. We had 267 people come across the Twitter on that live stream, so thank you to you all. Thank you to the people who hopped in on on YouTube, people who may or may not have hopped in on the Instagram live at some point, trying to do that a little bit more, get ourselves out there on that side of things. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Cy and I will be back next Monday doing a basically full recap of the trade deadline, how the biggest moves are going, debuts for the newest guys. We'll talk about Isaac Paredes' debut with the Cubs. We'll talk about Jack Flaherty's likely debut with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, never mind. This was something about the Rays Stadium. So nothing else. And then, we'll talk about Christopher Morel's debut with the Tampa Bay Rays and Tanner Scott's debut with the San Diego Padres whenever that happens. So lots of firsts in the days to come. Cy and I will all have it on Monday. So for everyone here at Third Down Thursdays and Beer versus Ivy, this has been Jackson Gross. Like I said, we will see you all next week.